In all of my years of playing Call of Duty, I've never really seen this before. I've always had leaderboards, but this year, as you guys could tell, we're 1 month into the game, almost 2 months into the game. You know, we're like 1.5 months, and according to Vonderhaar, leaderboards are just stats. He legit just said that, just stats. And I mean, he's not. I guess the way he framed it is what really pisses me off about this, you know, that little conversation on Twitter, as you could tell. You know, somebody was asking if the leaderboards are ever going to come back, and he said maybe, maybe not. Initially, they didn't want to put him in just for, you know, for certain reasons, and then he asked them again for an update, you know, later on, and Vonderhaar replies with, you know, competitive leaderboards or esports ranks count. I don't know, the way he put it, it just seemed like he cared more about esports and competitive than actual pubs, I guess. I don't know, just look at that tweet. Let's look at that. I'm gonna look at that tweet real fast. Just you know, everything I have is like kind of disorganized right now, but the way he put it, he said you'll clearly have a clear indicator of rank from the competition and esports features / events. And he goes on, I feel like he didn't have to say this, but I feel like this is kind of like a messed up way to say it. But he said leaderboards are just stats. And anyone who can play a lot to have high stats is not necessarily better. He / she just has more free time. So I really want to just kind of like pick at those words that he said, because he said they're just stats. And he put that in quotations. That was kind of smart. But at the same time, I'm kind of triggered at the way that he put that, because obviously he didn't want to make it seem like leaderboards and like stats don't matter during those equations, but at the same time he kind of like insulted people that go for leaderboards by saying that anyone who can play a lot to have high stats is not necessarily better. See, now that's another thing that's kind of subjective. Like, people who play a lot can still have low stats. It doesn't, like, it won't mean they're necessarily better. But like, it's just so weird. Like the way he put that, it's just like he said you'll clearly have his clear indicator of rank from the competition and esports features / events. Like he said that outright. But the way he just said leaderboards are just stats, and he says that anybody who can play a lot to have high stats is not necessarily better. They just have more free time. Like, there's people that have a lot of free time and they're still not, you know, really good at the game. Some people are just naturally really good and they don't play a lot. They just play on the weekends, and even them, they want to see how they rank on the leaderboards. That response is so weird to me. But as you can see from the first picture, you know, it's not his part to kind of, you know, tell where the leaderboards are coming from. But they made the decision not to do it, not to bring leaderboards. But now I feel like they should, you know. Hopefully things have changed. As he said, things may have changed. But it's just the way he put it there. It makes me really mad, you know. I'm speaking from the heart. It's kind of like a last minute commentary that I just wanted to make, and it's been on my mind today ever since I saw this conversation. It's just like, why? Just why would you bring it? Like, just leave it off the game. You know, every Call of Duty has had leaderboards from the start, except for Infinite Warfare, and even then, they included it in the game. They promised it was coming. With Vonderhaar, there's no promise. There's no promise that there will be coming. You know, they just have this CODtracker.net thing. But I'm just, you know, I'm not gonna look that up. And even then, the stats on CODtracker.net have been proven fake many times before in multiple scenarios, so they're not even accurate. So that just makes me think, are they even keeping track of the stats, or do they even, I don't know, like, if you think about it, are they even keeping track of the stats? So like, because like they initially decided not to bring leaderboards, so are stats actually being recorded? That's one thing. We know the medals are in there, you know. Is their accuracy being recorded in any way? Is you know, the amount of kills are, I mean, I guess the amount of kills is being recorded if you have the little you know, when you prestige your weapon, there's a kill counter on the gun, so I guess the kills are being recorded. But it's just like, it makes me question, like, why, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't see the reason why not to do it. Maybe the game will be more broken with leaderboards, but I don't see that being the case. IW and World War II both ran pretty decently well, especially IW. IW ran like a dream with leaderboards. Maybe Black Ops 4 is just different, and just maybe they just can't have it. But I don't know. The way he kind of just framed that whole conversation with just saying they're just stats is it's the weirdest thing to me. You know, there's a lot of good players that I know that would love to see their names up on the leaderboards. I'm just curious as to how it would be on the leaderboards. I'm like level 330, more or less, and I would like to see how I rank. I'm pretty sure I'm not in the top 100. I'm probably in the top 200, more or less, and I'd like to see, you know, how I rank up. Maybe if I want to grind more, I'll grind more. Right now, obviously, I'm just more focused on my YouTube channel and just, you know, bringing you guys content, streaming it for you guys every day, bringing you videos like these to kind of like think about, or just best class setups, or I don't know, anything that kind of perks your interest. But I would like to know how I'm doing, you know. I'm sure Korean, you know, many of you guys know Korean pretty much came up from leaderboards, you know. I mean, and obviously a lot of it was on his own part, but leaderboards really helped his channel out. You know, being #1 on IW, you know, it helped him a lot. You know, when he was in like the top 100 or so in World War II, it helped him a lot. You know, being #1 in BO3, you know, Mr. Vonderhaar, you helped a really awesome YouTuber get to where he is now because of leaderboards. And there's other people that have prospered from leaderboards. My boy Pro MVZ, you know, he was pretty high up there. He was like number 4 or 3 in BO3. Mallow the Prince, you know, he really, you know, established himself off of leaderboards. There's a lot of people that are helping your game, that are like really, I guess, spreading the word about your game because of the leaderboards. You know what I mean? People high up there, they're basically supporters of your game for playing the game so long and being so loyal to the series. So in my mind, you know, if you have a bunch of people like that up there on the leaderboards that are doing YouTube as well, and, you know, grinding the game out, they're putting your game out there. It's basically free advertising for not only themselves, but for also your game, your franchise, you know, your series, the Black Ops series. It's a shame to see, to be this COD, Black Ops 4, with so many details, to be the one lacking in leaderboards and, you know, help towards other YouTubers and stuff. I don't know. That's the way I see it. You know, even I think Vonderhaar himself said that, like, some people would rather see creators play their game than content creators. Some people would rather see content creators play the game than the actual creators themselves, which is actually wild to think about, because that's actually true. You know, a lot of people love to watch Korean, a lot of people love to watch Dismo, you know, maybe not even for the game itself, but for them. And that in itself might entice, you know, the consumer to maybe actually spend money on the game, because they see, you know, us having fun on the game. You know, I have fun on the game. I really do. You know, obviously there's times where there's BS in the game and stuff, but this game is genuinely fun. Is how it is. Obviously there needs to be tweaks, and, you know, some communication needs to be kept, you know, especially about these leaderboard things. But the game is fun, and just I don't know, being able to spread the word about it even through leaderboards is key. It's key. It's really key, in my opinion. So I don't know, just the way they put it, like, I even said it from the beginning, they wanted this game to be more competitive, and just through this statement alone, it kind of, like, the way he put it, like, just stats compared to the stats of esports and competitive features, they kind of just, like, downed it a bit. Like, why can't you put, you know, public matches a little bit up, you know, for the casual players? You know, I like to get on here and, you know, body people with an SMG or a shotgun, and just run around with an AR and get feeds. I don't want to be up against sweaties all the time, or, you know, I'll get into league play. You know, I'll get into league play when you put it in the game, because it's fun. But, you know, there's casual players that, you know, that won't care about the competitive side. So the way that he put just stats just kind of, like, denotes it as a lower, I guess, priority for Treyarch, in a sense. And I kind of saw that from the beginning. If you guys remember, I made a video. Like, as soon as I saw the trailer for Black Ops 4, I said that this game will be more competitive than any other Call of Duty. And I thought that was just going to be in freaking, like, the gameplay itself. But it seems like even, like, outside the gameplay, they're deciding to keep it really competitive. I don't know. I really don't see the point of that. You know, leaderboards are fun. Hopefully they're able to put them in the game later. Obviously, this video was just to let you know that they might not be leaderboards, you know. It was an initial decision to not keep them in the game for one reason or another, and let's hope that their priorities change, I guess. You know, hopefully this video is sent out there. You know, leave a like if you actually want leaderboards in the game. Hopefully Treyarch can hopefully see this and, you know, hopefully kind of consider some kind of solution to add leaderboards in the game, because I'm not a leaderboard grinder, but I feel like for people that are, I have a lot of friends that grind the leaderboards like crazy. I feel like this could definitely help them. It could help the game as a whole. It's just, leaderboards are a big deal, you know. We've seen it many, many times before, and we've seen many people advocate for them, especially during Infinite Warfare. You know, how that became a big meme, so, yeah. Add leaderboards, if you can. That would be the greatest solution to this whole dilemma, I guess. Yeah, that's all I really got to say. Just don't put, you know, the casual players secondary to the competitive players. Try to put them on an even basis. You know, add more DLC guns while you're at it, and, you know, maybe some Master Prestige rewards. And we could definitely have a really, really good year for Black Ops 4. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys will have more updates in a couple of weeks once the contraband ends. But, yeah, I'll see you guys all later. You guys are all freaking amazing. Hopefully you guys kind of enjoyed my video and see my perspective on this. And bye. I love you all.